Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? There we go. As Ashley said, my name is Robert Hatcher. I'm a data scientist, songwriter, and the founder of Aurign. And as she said, I like to describe Aurign as the Carter for music publishing royalties. We help companies collect publishing royalties to make sure that they're not losing any money, which apparently is a really big deal because every year $1 billion in publishing royalties goes unclaimed, which Lord knows I could use that if they don't want to claim it. And I asked myself, why does this happen? Well, in the music industry, in order to claim your publishing royalties, you have to submit something called a split sheet. It's the music version of a cap table. It identifies who the songwriters are and their percentage of equity. However, small and medium-sized businesses are managing that today in spreadsheets, which is often has miscorrect or incorrect or missing information. Second, unless you're signed to a major publisher like Sony, Warner, or Universal, you don't have access to collect your global royalties. And then last, they don't have the staffing or the resources to pay for staffing to manage the entire accounting of all of these royalties like the Sony, Warners, or Universal. Good thing is with Aurign, they won't have to. Our web platform and our patent technology automatically creates these split sheets with all of the data for all the songwriters that is in that particular song so they can track and manage their equity. Not only that, but we are the very first startup that has built a network to collect royalties worldwide in over 235 different territories. And we also created the first automated backend to distribute royalty payments for an entire firm and their artists, which allows companies to scale their operations without having to spend money, scale their business without having to spend money on operations. And this is the perfect time. About 20 years ago, this industry was owned, 90% of it was owned by the majors. Now we've seen incredible change where 40% is owned by the independents and 60% is owned by the majors. However, half of their revenue comes from small and medium-sized businesses that are outsourcing this publishing operations to them. That is our target customer. We give them a platform where they can manage that themselves, dip into that revenue, and then have the majors come back and acquire us to get that revenue back. And the reason why we're so much more important than our competitors like SongTrust is because we're the only ones that's building this tracking system to manage the equity. Our other competitors don't help these companies actually manage or track their equity for every single song, which allows them to register the wrongful information, which is why you have so many billions of dollars going unclaimed every single year. When it comes to our business model, it's pretty simple. First, we have a commission. We take somewhere between 15 and 5% of the royalties that we collect, and then we charge anywhere between $20 and $100 per artist that is on the roster of a music company. When it comes to our team, our advisors include the former global head of music publishing at Spotify. Our other advisors won 2 Grammys, has sold over 60 million records, and our teams is full of songwriters, music producers, data scientists. But again, I think some of our biggest accomplishment is building the first network to collect global royalties, as well as that automated backend on the payout side. And we also have the only patent that embeds music rights within NFTs, which in the future will allow artists to take home 96% of the revenue instead of 12% of streaming revenue like they do today. And when it comes to our product roadmap, earlier this year, we launched a private beta, which went extremely well for us. In 2 months, I think we had 112 customers and 800 songs. Then what happened was some of those artists were actually represented by some bigger companies who wanted to use our platform to manage their entire roster. So what we had to do was we had to stop and put on the brakes and then refactor our whole platform. And now we'll be launching January 15th so we can make sure we can bring on those type of customers and those small and medium-sized businesses that I pointed out earlier. Which is why we're here to raise money. So one, we can bring in our dev team in-house, provide a level of customer support. We already have a big client in the UK and a big client in Latin America. It's actually growing a lot quicker than what we anticipated. And I think it allows us to get to that 5,000 milestone mark to get $1 million in revenue in 5 months instead of what was previously predicted in 8 months. If you have any questions, please come and reach out to me. I'll be sitting over there. I'll be hanging with Ashley and love to talk to anybody who's interested in the space. Thank you so much.